Welcome to the Breaking Burnout for Nurses podcast. I'm so happy you're here today. Today I have Nick Daneri back for the fifth time, I think it was. And we're so happy to have him back. Today he's going to talk about the NCLEX prep business that he has. And first of all, I want to go back a little bit and just in case you missed the previous podcast episodes with him, Nick is an Air Force vet. Thank you, Nick, for your service. And he is a trauma nurse and the nursing director at the emergency department and ICU for Coast Plaza Hospital in Norwalk, California. And he was previous on my show to talk about finding purpose as a nurse in your nursing job. And he also did another episode with me on resilience in nursing, and then another episode on the convenient ACLS, BCLS, and PALS certifications. So that is through Alacrity Life Support. So anyway, today I'm having him back to talk about, he also talked about his PICC line business, PICC PICC line business at statline.us. So today, now we're going to talk about his NCLEX business. So tell us about that, Nick.
Absolutely. I'm so fortunate to be on your show. Thank you. And to have an opportunity to meet with and get involved in other businesses that better serve the community. This one is great. As an administrator, when I was working as an assistant chief, I ran into an old friend who I knew as a CNA. And he is there with a nurse that really needs a chance, great nurse, plenty of experience overseas, but essentially a new grad here. And he's telling me that this nurse would be great and would want to stay for 3 years. And I said, 3 years, why is that? He needed help with sponsorship, but he was already stateside. He was a nurse from Taiwan, and I was very happy and excited to meet this person, but I found that there's a lot of obstacles in hiring a visa sponsorship nurses. So that's when I began to reconnect with my friend who I knew when I was a CNA, and now he's running a CNA school and helping nurses get sponsored. I ultimately ran it up the administrative chain of command, and we got this young man sponsored. But then I started doing basic life support for my friend's CNA school. It was through his CNA school that he started meeting nurses who came here with nursing experience and was trying to work their way back up the healthcare ladder through CNA, LVN, and ultimately back into RN. And as I worked more and more helping his nurses get certified for basic life support, he shared with me this idea of NCLEX preparation. I know about the NCLEX because I got certified. It's the boards. I like to say it's like becoming a lawyer, but instead of the bar exam, you focus on the S bar.
Okay. But so what does that NCLEX stand for? Did we go over those initials?
Oh,
Let me look. Let's look it up real quick.
I think it's a national licensure exam.
Yes. I'm sorry. I should have looked this up, but
no problem at all.
All these, initials. NCLEX. National Council Licensure Examination. Okay. Yep. Okay. National Council Licensure Examination.
Ooh, NCLEX, right. Yeah.
NCLEX. Okay, so these nurses that you were going to help mostly were, any nurse can take that NCLEX, but or any future nurse, right, can take that. But you were particularly interested in helping people who were in the Philippines and in Taiwan specifically. Because it's hard for them to get cleared, let's say, to work even though they have experience, to actually get the clearance to work in the United States. So are they already nurses, or are they working as, like you mentioned that one was working as a CNA first and everything? Does this help them skip the CNA thing and go straight to nursing, or does it just help them with testing and things like that?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say it helps them skip, but what it does is it opens up another lane, another line. People are in line, they're putting in their paperwork while they're still working to survive. This creates another avenue to explore. If they're eligible, this will help them get through the tests and certifications. For example, if I'm a nurse and I'm in the Philippines, and the reason we discussed Filipino emphasis is my buddy who approached me, who we now do business together, and was very fortunate to be involved in his conversations and just started providing value until he invited me to be a member in his organization. He's from the Philippines, and growing up here in Southern California, my nursing career, even my spiritual life had heavily influenced by local Filipino communities. So working with him, he told me there are many nurses in the Philippines that want to come to the States.
Okay, and so you're helping them.
And his online program.
Yes.
So with his online program, it's called I3NG. I think it stands for the three-dimensional new generation preparation for the NCLEX. Had success in the Philippines to the point where they schools and healthcare organizations invited us to speak. So recently, I got back from the Philippines after visiting a lot of their colleges, and the way it was described to me is they've had a lot of success. The new lane that's been opened up is I have experience in the Philippines or foreign markets like Taiwan. My friend also works with other points of contacts in different countries based on this success. But in order to become a nurse here, you got to get sponsored, and it's difficult with the EB1 right now. However, if you get your student visa and you're able to bridge your license, you could have a right to work.
And that's for how long? How long will that right to work be good? Like about 3 years, did you say?
So everybody's different, but they have two main levels that I'm familiar with. One, if you have a student visa and you get a right to work because you got licensed, you'll get the first year under something called OPT, and then the second year under CPT. And I asked also why 3 years, and he told me it takes about 2 or 3 years for someone to get their green card.
Oh, okay. And then so after the 3 years, then by that time they will have a green card, hopefully.
Hopefully, if no unforeseen obstacles. But why that's super beneficial is, I think we talked a little bit about it. The article I came across back before COVID, we're not going to have enough nurses going forward, even with all the new schools. And there's a lot of nurses that want to come and work in the States. And I know when I go to the hospital, I maybe judge based on how many nurses they have on the floor. It's a good sign how well a healthcare organization's doing. So getting involved in possibly impacting staffing for the future was very inspiring.
Oh, yes.
But also helping people.
Now, if somebody wants to find for more information about this, your NCLEX business, it's called VSK Healthcare, and they can go to your website at vskhealthcare.com, and then they can also contact you through that website or email you at Nick, Nick, at vskhealthcare.com. And it's VSK, it's Victor Sam King, healthcare.com.
Yes,
Sound good?
absolutely.
All right. So if somebody is interested in your program, is that how they would start out, by going to your website?
Absolutely. Throw in some information, and if it's not me, we'll have someone reach out to you same day.
Oh, wow.
See if
So
it's-
about how long is a course of this NCLEX course?
So for the NCLEX prep, the great thing about it is it's self-paced modular with broadcasting and participation from the instructors that helped write the curriculum at regular intervals. So there'll be a class weekly, but all of the modules available so you could go at your own pace. And it's available on subscription. And what comes free with it is guidance and counseling for navigating for whatever you'd like to do. Stateside nurses looking for new grad jobs, foreign nurses are looking for guidance on how they apply to become eligible to work in the States.
Well, that's fantastic, because it's not just the NCLEX, it's how to even get over here and how to be cleared to work here and all that. There's a lot of stuff that you can help them, you could guide them through that. So that's very exciting for a lot of future nurses, right?
Absolutely.
So this is all online, would you say, your courses?
They're showcased online. However, they are available in person if when we are in the Philippines, or if we have students in Southern California.
Okay. So on your website, you would probably have dates when you'll be in the Philippines for your courses. Ooh, that would be great. And they could go ahead and get training over there. And then also, when you have courses here, are the courses in Orange County?
Yes, Anaheim.
Okay. Okay, great. So those are things that the nurses can check for, whether you're in the Philippines or other places, Taiwan, or other places where nurses are looking to get over to the United States. Or if you already are here, you could take these courses to help you. Ooh, we need nurses. So I'm so glad that you have this business. Definitely losing nurses. We lost a lot of them probably during COVID, and after COVID, it was like, okay, that was the last straw for a lot of nurses. And so, we're trying to recover from
burnout if we don't have enough nurses.
It does. So I want to thank you. Did you want anything to add? Anything else?
I'm just
told us a lot
to chat with you. I know sometimes we chatting longer off cast than we are on. So I always like seeing you, Bonnie. Thank you.
Well, thank you again for being on my show. You have so many things that that you're sharing with us. So I really appreciate it. And the nurses out there and the future nurses appreciate it too. So, another thing is you can follow him on social media. He's on LinkedIn. And what is your LinkedIn handle? What is your LinkedIn? Nick Daneri, NickDaneri on LinkedIn, right? In fact, that's
Correct. There's
that's
some
how,
there's alphanumerics after my name, but my name's relatively unique. So if you punch in Nick Daneri, I'll pop up.
okay, great. Yeah, that's how we met on LinkedIn. I was very fortunate. Nick Daneri on LinkedIn. And then also on Instagram, he has at Alacrity Life Support. So Alacrity is ALACRITY, and then Life Support. So he's on Instagram also. All right. So anyway, thank you so much for being on my show. And for any of you out there who have ways that you can get through burnout, if you have a story to share, or if you have some strategies on how to prevent nurse burnout, please go to my website, breakingburnout.com, and go to the podcast tab and fill out the guest form. And then we'll have you on my show. Also, I think you should go to my YouTube channel, which is at Breaking Burnout 2033, and subscribe, because there's so many episodes and I don't want you to miss any of them. You don't want to miss any, especially the 5 that that Nick has been on the podcast.
Hey,
so
5. All right.
So please go to my YouTube channel, Breaking Burnout 2033, and subscribe and like and share. So we'll see you all next Monday at 10 o'clock, because we are breaking burnout here.